Hey, and welcome to a new episode of IT Conversations Live. We're still live in Barcelona at VMware Explore 2024. My voice, with every video you're watching, my voice is slowly declining, becoming a little bit more dark. But hey, that's, when the conference season gets to you. I am here with a special guest, Kat Brookfield. Welcome to the show and welcome to the audience.
Thank you for having me.
So, how's your week?
Very busy. It's been great though. We've been lucky enough to have 6 sessions for our customers talking all about Kubernetes, vSphere Supervisor, VKS, VM service, everything we do. There's definitely a lot of interest in the space. I'm really happy to see that. So it's been busy, but great.
6 sessions?
6 sessions, yes.
So
and people seem to be liking it.
It's hard always to pick your favorite child. Well, in your case, physically picking, you have one child, so that's the favorite. But when you have to pick one, what was your favorite session this week?
I would say we did do a 90-minute tutorial of Kubernetes 101 and vSphere Supervisor, and I was very happy to see interest in that session, people interested for 90 minutes, which is a good sign. We covered a lot of demos. We love doing demos and showing how this works, showing the value, so probably that one, but then again, all the other sessions were fun as well.
I witnessed that session firsthand in Vegas a couple of months ago, and I think it was was it the same session? Mm-hmm. It is by far one of the best sessions I've seen in Vegas. So definitely, if you want to, know more about how to build up your first Kubernetes cluster and know all of the aspects of building it, building load balancing, dropping your first application, etc., definitely be a lookout for that session. So let's dive a little bit into some of the announcements, some of the stuff that we've seen in the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
I witnessed a really nice post of you on LinkedIn the other day. So what was that all about?
So let's address that. As you may know, we've been on this Kubernetes journey for 6+ years, and we've been sort of trying to find the right name for our products. So everything that has started really with Project Pacific, then it was known as vSphere Tanzu, and then we were trying to find a really name that would fit this whole, everything we're trying to do with the platform, and we have finally settled on a name that I hope will stay with us for a long time. That's vSphere Supervisor. So moving forward, every time you hear us talking about that embedded declarative API, it's the vSphere Supervisor. And with that, it allows you to do multiple services. One of them got renamed as well. What used to be called TKG Service is now our vSphere Kubernetes Service, so VKS. Moving forward, we'll be using that everywhere. And then all the other services stay, VM service, all the supervisor services on top. So big name changes. I know it was a little bit confusing, but hopefully we have it now locked down. It should be perfect.
Yeah, so we got the confusion behind us. We're just looking forward.
Fresh,
we're starting fresh, so we know now what to talk about.
Yes.
So looking at this week, what were some of your your favorite announcements around the platform?
Well, I'm a little bit biased because it's everything that relates to what I'm working on. I'm really excited about what we're doing with Kubernetes. Our offering is just getting better and better. You may have noticed that what we have done recently is that we have decoupled VKS from the releases. And what that allowed us to do was to release specific VKS releases faster than ever before. And one of the main reasons to do that is that it allows us to ship Kubernetes versions so fast. So when we released the first independent release, we fully aligned with upstream to Kubernetes version 130. And a few weeks ago, we dropped VKS 3.2, which gives you Kubernetes 131, also Windows containers on our platform and other capabilities to make your updates of Kubernetes servers, faster and simpler. So I'm very excited.
Wow, and that gives you also that was one of the, I won't say downsides, but if you go let's say a commercial route, so have a commercial Kubernetes offering, you're always kind of limited to the support that the vendor offers. But now having kind of that version parity to a mainstream version of Kubernetes really shows that VMware is rapidly innovating into platform. I think that was maybe one of my favorite announcements as well. So we talked about Kubernetes, the Kubernetes platform. Let's move on a little bit. So what were one of the favorite other announcements of this week?
I think for me, it's this whole idea of creating this one integrated platform. I think coming from the background, being a techie, that's what we all wanted for a very long time. So I'm very excited to see what's coming and really have that tight integration of all of the services that VCF offers. So
I think one thing that excites me the most, and we had a conversation about that, I think in Vegas, is that going forward, it makes it kind of the transition of traditional VM management, what you would do like through the UI, by clicking your new VM. I think the whole transition of using the same commandlets, if you will, to build your traditional applications, which are the same or the same structure as building your modern applications, going forward, that means that, for instance, moving to the cloud or to a public cloud or moving to any service that, for that matter, that you could integrate into building an entire application portfolio makes it a lot simpler. So we've been talking about public cloud for a while now, but I think this really shows that the strategy of Broadcom, well, I know Hawk 10 mentioned on stage yesterday that the future of the cloud is private. He also mentioned he wants to give a public cloud kind of experience to the private cloud. This is one of those examples. This perfectly shows how to use a consumption interface, if you will, to build your traditional workloads and your modern workloads. So, great work to you and the team for also showing, how simple it is to build it up.
Yes. Well, the thanks goes to our engineers who build this. But it is true, everything you have said, and all that cloud experience is really coming using Supervisor, which I'm very interested in because it's getting more traction and it shows all those benefits. So as you mentioned, for example, it's not just deploying Kubernetes clusters, even looking at your virtual machines, you can use those same declarative APIs to do that. And one of the reasons, well, there are many benefits to do that, but one of those reasons is that now you can define also VMs in desired state and define it in a YAML manifest and deploy it. And whether you are a skilled user in this space, you can do it. We have very simple user interfaces for our customers to follow, but it just unlocks this world of possibilities. Because especially if you're coming from that Kubernetes kind of ecosystem and you know that whole landscape of CNCF and all the tooling, you can now start utilizing those tools also to manage your virtual machines. And I think that's very exciting. So.
Yeah, really cool. Well, before we kind of end the conversation, anything you would like to have, like a final shout out or some final things to mention or to share with our audience?
Yeah, the only thing I would say that our sessions in Las Vegas were recorded. So if you did not have a chance to see them in Vegas or here in Barcelona, you can go and watch them online. So that tutorial we mentioned, also our deep dives, and also some overview sessions. So yeah, I would recommend to do that, and thank you for having me. This was fun.
And I want to highlight something. So Kat is, and you're quite modest, so you won't ever talk about this, but she is, for me, one of the persons that builds the best storylines, the best demos ever. Like I mentioned, I was in one of our sessions in Vegas, and I'm trying to kind of master the art of Kubernetes and how to build a cloud native platform. And your session together with Michael West really showed me in the right direction. So thanks for that. If you have any questions about VKS, about the supervisor service, be sure to find out Kat on social media. We'll be sure to link her social channels in these posts. If you have any questions about the VCF platform in general, you know where to find us. For now, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.